everyone. Happy Wednesday night and welcome to our weekly Facebook Live. My name is Ann Granger. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the beautiful town of Dorchester, Ontario, Canada, and I'm excited to be with you. Popping on just around 7, so Facebook can let you know I'm live, and that gives me a chance to check my settings and make sure everything looks great. I hope you've had a great day. It is a very hot and humid day here in Ontario. We started out hot and humid, like this morning was already 27 with the humidity, and then we had rain all afternoon, hence the crazy hair today, the curls. I got soaked doing bus duty. And so yeah, it has been a crazy, but now it's like cooled down. Still not as muggy, but at least the sun is shining and it is nice. So I'm just trying to find myself here on the iPad. Like I said, I hope you've had a great day. Let's just chat for a few minutes on Facebook and let you go live. As you know, I go live Mondays and Wednesday nights, so I pick a product of the week, and each week I bring you projects and show you samples because I feel the more you see something, the more you want to add it to your collection. I am guilty for that. Sometimes I'll see something that Stampin' Up! Releases and I was like, oh, I don't need that. I have something like that already, or that's not my style. And guess what? My demonstrator friends around the globe, they start sharing things and I'm like, okay, I should really get that stamp set because it's so cute, or I should try that DSB because I really like it. So I feel the more you see something, the more you see ideas, and you will be inspired to maybe purchase and put those in your own collection. I don't know about you, but who's guilty? We all have stacks of designer series paper and punches and ribbons and stamps. Like truly, my stamp room is my happy place, and I spend a lot of time in here. I don't know, let me just fix my iPad here. I don't know about you, but I'm counting down the days. I have 1 week left, 1 week tomorrow. Well, actually 1 week Friday. But I am looking forward. I am not a hot and humidity person. Like I like when it's 20 and breezy. I don't like heat and humidity. So when it's hot, I spend time in my craft room. I am looking forward to doing that this summer, bringing new ideas to you and everything like that. So I'm super, super excited. Tonight, we are showcasing the beautiful butterflies. So if you watched me Monday night, and that video has already been loaded to YouTube, I created a scrapbook page with you. And we focused on the Floral Impression Designer Series paper, and I'm going to show you that tonight. Tonight, I thought it would be fun to create a card with you and show you how to make a sketch. Take a sketch and make a card, because I know that's a lot of things people struggle with. It's actually something I'm doing with my team each month. Each month I provide them with a sketch, and if they're coming to team meeting, they can bring their card, and if they're not coming to team meeting, they can upload it, because we want to see how people use that sketch and create different ideas. I say a sketch is like a puzzle, but you're like trying to be solved, but just you're using stamp paper and ink, so it's a little different. So I'm going to show you the sketch, I'm going to show you the product. So tonight we're using the beautiful butterfly bundle. And I have to admit, I got this stamp set during celebration. It was one of the levels, one of the free items. And I was like, you know what? I really like butterflies. It's a beautiful set. I should get it. Well, then when I went to order the dies and embossing folder, because it's a hybrid embossing folder, I'm going to show you that later, it was always sold out. So I never got it. Then the mini catalog retired. And guess what? This stamp set was sitting in my bucket. You know, if you follow me, you know that my stamps and products can't go in my shelf until I've used it. And I was like, wow, I haven't used that yet. So let's mix a little bit of old with a little bit of new. You will find this stamp set. It did carry over, but you will find it in our online store. It's not in our annual catalog. So if you're looking for it, just the easiest way I use the online store, honestly, is I go in and I search something. So I'll just type in beautiful butterflies, and guess what? It'll come up. And it'll tell you whether it's available or not available. So that's just a little tip that I use. All right, let's get started. So I'm going to flip the camera. I want to show you the project. I'm going to show you the products. I'm going to show you how the hybrid embossing folder works. And then we're going to show you a sketch. We're going to make a card, and I have some samples with you. So easy peasy tonight. Let's get started. Oh, and I forgot. Usually I share chocolate, which is over there. Let me grab my bowl, because that's how we actually start our videos. Still working on my collection, oops, of a dropping of my chocolate from the US when I was there in March. Yeah, still working on it. Actually, really haven't been eating a lot of chocolate lately. Kind of into ice cream right now. It's so hot and humid. But don't worry, I'll be showing you stuff eventually soon. All right. Make sure you like, comment, and share my video. That's the best compliment you can give me. Plus, we want other people to know that we are crafting on Mondays and Wednesday nights in our crafting community. Make sure you join my Stamp with Ann page or my group. And make sure you sign up for my newsletters because you guys are always the first one to find out what is happening in my studio. And I've got some fun classes planned for June. Oh my gosh, we're going to be doing, July. Email will be going out soon, but like probably in a week. But I'm doing like a pop-up studio day where you can come work on your own projects. I am doing a summer social, and I will be doing, I believe, a Christmas class. So as I said, once I have those details ready to go, I will share them with you. But let's get started. I'm going to flip my camera and, and you're going to see my beautiful front because I can't open my blinds because it's so hot. Let me just put this here so I can see, make sure that I'm not crooked because I don't want to be crooked. You guys don't want to be crooked. Let me just see if someone is here and you are watching. Please give me a thumbs up or watch me on the replay. I'm just checking. I think I look straight. Okay, I'm not going to touch it. I think it looks good. I think. Okay, so beautiful butterflies. As I told you, it is a bundle. It is a photo Palmer stamp. Our photo Palmer stamps are meant for two-step stamping. They're meant to stamp one image and then another and work in or that way. Oh, and here is my information if you wanted to head to my blog, which is www.stampwithan. And if you want to order any of these products tonight, just click shop now. It's the easiest way. It takes you to my online store. So beautiful, beautiful. I love the greetings. Could be used for birthday, like thinking of you, a hello, happy birthday, so thankful, and for you. So that is the stamp set. Now, the dies, as I said, I wasn't able to get these dies for the longest time because they have been in non-orderable, but I did borrow from my team members. And so these are the dies. So you can cut out small butterflies and then like the detail and then the outline. There's the little bodies. You can do half a wing. This is neat because it will create, like if you were to put it on the edge, you could create a butterfly card fold, which is kind of neat. And then this one has two labels, the bigger body and then the big detailed stamp and outline. So that's pretty cool. So that's that. And then it comes with this hybrid embossing folder. And you're probably thinking, well, what does hybrid mean and what is that? To me, it just looks like a embossing folder. You're right, it does look like an embossing folder. It's a beautiful embossing folder, and I'm going to show you how the hybrid works. So I wanted to do this first so I can move my big guy, big boss out of my room. My puppy is laying down. It's been so hot, it's hard to walk him. I'm hoping that later after today I can walk him like tonight. Okay, so I have just a piece of very vanilla cardstock. And when I line up, I tend to try to, now if my cardstock was a little smaller, I would line up with this black piece right here. Let me just trim off a little bit so you can see what I mean. Okay, hopefully I didn't cut off too much. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to line up, actually, before we start this, hold on. And I'll put this here for a minute. So the neat thing about this is I told you it is a hybrid embossing folder, which means it can emboss and die cut at the same time. So this matches this perfectly. And you can tell this is a little bit indented in, which helps this die sit right in here perfectly. Okay, so now I've got my die. I'm going to put my paper down. And as I said, I line up the left side of my paper cardstock with this black line, and then we're going to fold it over. And then I would just hold it nice and tight so that it stays all in place. When you're using a hybrid embossing folder, you want to make sure that you're using plate four. And oh my gosh, it was one of those days today. you know, as much as we as adults are excited about school being done, it's hard for our kids. Especially those kids who strive on routine, right? It's very hard for them. Even me, like I love routine, and in the summer I find it very hard some days, just because there's no structure in your day. All right, so if we open this up, you will see we have cut out, so I'm just gonna pop this die out. And there, so you have an embossed piece, which is a beautiful embossing folder. So if we were to put that down, if I was to put that down, this is what your embossed piece would look like. And then this is the die cut. So you can see it's embossed and die cut, which is really, really cool. So we carry a lot of hybrid embossing folders, just not the butterfly. I would definitely check it out. It's super, super cool. All right, so let's put that away. Now look at the details in that butterfly. Isn't that gorgeous? And as you can see, the details on the embossing folder are really etched in. Okay, so let's show you. Okay, the paper that I paired it with was the Floral Impressions Designer Series paper. This paper is new. It was just released in May on our online exclusives. So in our online exclusives section, you will find product that is not carried in a catalog. So think about it like you're going to your favorite store, you're looking for, you've gone to the store, you're looking for maybe a sweater and you want it in a certain color. And they'll be like, oh, we don't have it, but in our online store, we have a lot more sizes and colors. Go ahead there. And then you would just order it and it ships to you. Kind of think of our online store like that. Stampin' Up! Can't host everything they carry because our catalog would be so, so thick. That is why we have online exclusives. Floral Impression, beautiful paper. I really like this paper because it coordinates with a lot of our new in colors. You've got the Strawberry Slush, the Darling Duck, you've got Timid Tiger, and you've got some of that Secret Sea. So I'll hold that up so you can see there's the details and the number and then all the coordinating colors. So tonight's card, I chose to go with, I picked this pattern because I really liked it. And then I knew the back side of that was Fresh Freesia. So I'm gonna show you that. All right, so let's show you our sketch that we are using. I kind of blew this up. So every Monday in our team, so I'm the leader of the Stamp to Create team, I have one of our team members post a challenge. Each Monday it could be like a sketch challenge, a color challenge, any kind of challenges. And I thought it would be fun to play with her challenge and show you guys how to create a sketch, a card from a sketch. So our card base is basic 5.5 by 8, 5.5 by 8.5 squared at 4 1/4. And then our mat here is going to be 4 1/4 by 5.5. And then we'll do another later. So let's start with that. Let me show you the card we are making first. I just thought I really love the butterflies and I really liked the floral paper because I don't know about you, but gardens right now are beautiful with all the colors and you will start to see those butterflies coming. And I like this in case you need me, I'm here. I just thought that could be a great card you could send to somebody who, a sympathy card, it could be a thinking it card. Maybe you just wanted to let someone know you're thinking of them and that would be a great way to do that. So that is the card we are going to make. So let's build our sketch. I'm gonna pull out our pieces. So when I decided I was going to use this pattern, I knew I needed Fresh Freesia. So I have our card base, which is 5.5 by 8.5 scored at 4 1/4. And I will be uploading this video to YouTube and it will have all of the measurements that you need for this. And I'll even put a picture of the sketch up. All right, so there is our card base. Now if I go to the next part, as I said, our mat is 4 1/4 by 5.5. So I have that mat right here. Nope, that's not it. I think it's this one. Yes, so 5.5 by 4 1/4. That is 4 1/4 by 5.5. That is our mat. So I'm actually going to set this aside because we're going to build up on this first. The next mat we needed was 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. So you could have done that cardstock, whatever. I decided to do it with designer series paper. So there is the one pattern of the floral impression. Sorry. And there is the back. So we're going to put that down. Let me grab my adhesive. The reason why I like to build my card this way and not this way, because if I make a mistake, it's just easier, where the other way I'm really ripping off a lot of paper. Okay, so there's that. The next piece I needed, I'm gonna go down to this bottom, was a 3 7/8 by 2. And I thought, you know what, why not use the back side of this paper? So we're going to put that there like that. But before I do that, I want to do a little bit of stamping. So, as you know, I'm in love with the Secret C color. I love, love, love it. I love the fact that it is a nice black to use. So we're going to bring the stamp set that says, in case, the stamp image that says, in case you need me, I am here. Okay, so we're going to stamp that in Secret C. So if you follow me, you know in the past I would have used Memento ink, and I really do like Memento ink. But Memento ink is good for like your coloring and your shading. This is a nice black if you're just, it's really interesting. Secret C is in between, and I'll show you actually. I have like all the cardstock colors here. So here is Secret C right here. So you can see it's like a blackish color. But when you pair it up against Night and Navy, it's definitely darker than Night and Navy, but not as dark as Basic Black. So I would say Secret C is in between these two. So I really, really like this color. If I was be like an ink pad you would want to get in a re-inker, Secret C is the color you want to add because it is a beautiful color. Like I said, it's my go-to black right now. But as soon as I saw it when we were on stage, I was like, oh my gosh, that is my color I'm going to use. Okay, so we're going to stamp in case you need me, I am here. So we're just tap, tap, tapping, and I'm going to put it down here in the bottom. Okay, so in case you need me, I'm here. Okay. All right. And close that up so I don't stick my finger on it because it is juicy. All right, let's go ahead and adhere this down. All right, so I had that. When I got to this point, I knew I needed to create a layer that is 2 1/4 by 3 1/4. So to me, I figured that would be my mat, and then I wanted a piece to go inside. So my inside layer actually is, it's 2 by 3 is my white layer. I'll just put that down here so you guys see that. Okay. So then I was like, well, what color do I want to use? Like, I want a color that pops. And you might have remembered me showing you that we have these color coaches. So I grabbed Fresh Freesia and I put a backing of Fresh Freesia on it so I knew what that color was. And as I looked at the color combinations, I was like, ooh, like daffodil, like shaded spruce and daffodil. That would be really nice. So I decided to go with the daffodil color for my background. These, if you are a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, you will find these in our print lab. As a customer, I think once I'm home in the summer, I will add this color file to my blog. Then you can print them off because I have I'll show you my ring. So here is my ring where it has all of the past colors. Like this one, look at all these. These are like golden colors, right? Like just love, love, love. But this year I decided what I would start to do is add the color to the background. So I haven't decided if I want to put them on a ring or just binder clip them, but you can see these are the ones I've done already. And then these are the ones I still need to do. So that is going to be a summer project for me. When I am home watching videos or playing music. Okay, so there's that color. So we're going to use daffodils. Let me put that away. So my mat is 2 1/4 by 3 1/4. I'm just going to move this out of the way. And then I have white. I can go ahead and adhere that white down because I know we are going to use just like that. Now, I know we're done with this layer. So let's go ahead and put this layer down on our card base. So just like that. Okay, so there we go. Looks great. Now I have this white layer. And I didn't pop it up on this layer. I'm gonna leave that just so we can do a little bit of embossing. So let me move this one out of my way. Sorry, not embossing, we're doing some die cutting. So let's bring in our baby boss, aka our mini Stampin' Cut. This is the boho blue color, which we do not carry anymore, but you can definitely get the white one. Same thing. All right, I need to grab some little paper, so let me grab that. Just looking, trying to find a piece. Nope, I want fresh freesia. Where is my fresh freesia? Oh, here it is. Okay, let me just cut this to the size. Okay, so I have a color fresh freesia here. I am going to use the beautiful butterfly die. So we're going to use this one. I really was excited to see that this actually has 2 pieces that cut out, which is perfect. And I'm going to do that. And I forgot to grab one thing. Just let me grab and show you. Okay. All right, so let's roll this through. I'm just going to put this off to the side for a minute. Bring this out. Okay. This is our take a pick tool. So you know, if you follow me, I always tell you that this is the best tool to have in your craft room. It's a must. It helps you pick up adhesives. You can paper pierce. You can pull this off and it becomes like a spatula. But one of the other things that you can do, now what I did was I just purchased another one of these, is buy the die brush attachment. So this just comes off like this. It's an attachment that goes on your take a pick. It is perfect, and it comes with one of these foam things. It's great for these like detailed dies. So what you're gonna do is put your die down with your paper and just run it back and forth. And what that helps do is take out all these little pieces. Sometimes you just need to do that, but then you're just gonna punch these little holes out, like here, and it just helps pop out that like your detailed die. So in our case, it's the butterfly. And then I'll just use this little paper piercer to pull out those other ones. So there's one. Here's another one. So you can see on the die right here, it has these little holes. It just helps you pop out this. And then we're just going to do that one. Okay, so now I'm just going to put one of these. I'm going to move this over for a minute. Put that back on. I'm going to bring this back in. And we're going to bring in this last one. So, oh, there it is. So we can cut that out. Okay. So once again, actually, I'm just going to brush that off. Bring that on there. Okay, just go like that. Pops out that paper. And then just pick these apart here. So there it is. Now we're gonna put that back. Now what we need to do is cut out some bodies. So I have a piece of black here, and I was excited to see that they have 2 of these dies. So we're gonna have to run it through one more time, but that's okay. We're gonna put those there. and we're going to just, okay, so this is easy. That's why you want this take a pick tool brush, because you can just pop out this right here. So there is one of our bodies. I'm going to put that over there, and I'm going to put that back on the thing, because little dies like this, if you do not put them, you can lose them. All right, so let's bring that back in, and we're going to do one more. Oh. Sorry, I dropped my thing. I just wanted to pick it up before my puppy got it, but he's pretty much passed out in his little chair beside me. His little bed. All right, so we're done with that. Let me move this out of my way. Bring this in. Pop that out there. Okay, so there's that. So once again, we're gonna put that die back, and as I said, take a pick. This is a bonus. Like, you definitely, this is one thing I would suggest, is looking at adding this to your die cutting, whether you have a die cutting station or what. It just helps keep the, helps with those delicate dies. And I like just having another one so that it was all, I have like an island, like a kitchen island that is kind of, I picked it up from like a minute, like one of our Mennonite stores. And I wanted to be able, when I was designing my craft room, to be able to die cut at height level, because it didn't want to hurt my back. So this is, I just keep that on my area. Okay. Let's bring in, so this is another tool that I'm trying to be using more and more of, is the silicone sheet. The silicone sheet is nice because it helps glue things, but without getting you messy and your workspace messy. So here's our 3 butterflies, and here are our 3 little things. I am using our liquid glue, aka Tombow. And we're just going to put those down like that. Okay, I'm just going to add that there. And here. All right. And I'll actually show you what I have my glue in. Every year I do a scrapbooking crop. It's an annual crop I do as a fundraiser, and this was the year we focused on tools, so I tried to find tools. So this is just like it's meant for a Cricut for weeding, but it works perfect for your glue, and that's how I use my glue. So oh gosh, it's stuck now. So yeah, that's that. All right, so we have our butterflies. Let's bring this back over, and let's just move this here. So we're gonna lay down our butterflies, and oh, I should bring my glue back over. All right, so this little body looks like he's twisted. Oh, he's down. I'm not moving him now. Okay, so one is gonna go, oh, there, because it fell. Sometimes the glue you can pull back up, but other times the glue just, I have a love-hate relationship with the glue. I like it, but I don't like it on my hands. So that's my love-hate relationship. What about you? Do you guys, what's your favorite adhesive? Glue, do you like glue? I'm a tape runner girl. I really am. I started out that way and I just can't go back. Like, I will use glue, but not very much. All right, let's bring this in, and I think I'm going to pop this one up just to show you the difference, because I didn't do that on the other one. So we're using our dimensionals. Now I am just using dimensionals that I got for kits. I was saying on my team, every Tuesday I do a Facebook Live with my team, and I was saying that my goal this summer is to go through my kits and put my kits together. So, all right. Okay, so there's our butterflies. Now, I chose not to put embellishments on this because I was just like, oh, I don't know. I feel like it's just maybe leave it the way it is. So there is our card tonight featuring a sketch template. So let's just bring that sketch template back in so you can see. I think we did a pretty good job of creating our sketch with it. So I will, as I said, I will upload this video to YouTube and it'll be on my blog. So you will have this and you will have this sketch challenge. So if you create a card with this sketch, show me. I would love to see your cards. And we should probably be like, we should make a card and send a card. I sent a bunch of cards out last week to some team members and to some of my friends just to brighten their day. Life is crazy right now, so I feel like a little bit of a hug in the mail would be nice. And especially for my demonstrator friends that I don't get to see that live out west. So I thought that was really nice. Okay, so there's our butterfly. Let me put this, I want to put this with my, I have a bin that I keep everything in. I want to show you I want to show you a couple of other ideas with this card, these cards. Just so you can see different samples, right? It's all about showing you samples. Okay, so that is the card we made tonight. So I told you this card came out in our January to April mini catalog. So that's like, I haven't used it, right? It's like 6 months ago that catalog came out. Back in December, I did a shoebox swap with our team. So the idea was you designed 10 cards and then we created 10 different cards. So I made 10 of different card packs. I went home with 10 different cards. This was one of the cards that was made. I don't know who it's from on my team because we didn't put who they were. We just passed the baskets around and we had a great time. We had a potluck lunch. It was so much fun. But I wanted to show you. Really cute. So this person used crumb cake and Pretty in Pink with that petunia pop. That is Blackberry Burst. There's that embossing folder. Just shows you that really nice embossing folder. And it says, in case you need me, I am here, which I thought was a really, really nice one. This one was also one of our downline. And she used the boho paper. And this is Berry Burst, which I love this color. The boho paper did carry over. And I love this one because it's time to celebrate. So it could be a bridal shower, it could be a birthday, it could be whatever. And this is the big butterfly detail cutout, and I love that there's this big body. And these were the purple adhesive backs that were part of celebration. And you can use any embellishments, but there's that just to show you what that looks like. Super cute. And then I was playing around because I wanted to show you like the detail. I was showing you the little ones. Let's move these out of the way. I was showing you like the little ones and I was trying to figure out, oh, I should show you a big one. Now, one of my new favorite colors is the strawberry slush. So I was like, well, let's make like a butterfly cards. And I really wanted to show you the embossing folder. I chose not to put a greeting on this because I was trying to put it, but I just felt like it was too big. I don't know. I haven't decided if I'm in love with this card or something needs to change. I'm not sure if I needed a different background on it, but you know what? Sometimes you make a card, you leave it, you come back and you love it. So basic white, and I embossed a piece of cardstock with basic white, strawberry slash black, and then these are the strawberry slash pink gems. Just showing you a difference. So this card could be used for anything. So there you go. There is our projects tonight, showcasing the beautiful butterfly bundle, which consists of the dies and the hybrid embossing folder. I hope I have inspired you to, you know, if you have butterflies in your stash already, pull them out, create this card. Or if you're like, wow, I really like those butterflies, head to my online store and you can order them up. And for anyone who places an order over 60 in my online store or through email with me, you will qualify for my PDF of the month this month, which focuses on the sunrise sailing bundle, which is also another hybrid embossing folder, which is pretty cute. All right, so how's this gonna work? I'm gonna upload this video. I will probably work on that tomorrow, Friday. I will upload this video. It will be on YouTube. It will also be on my blog, so you can come back. I will show you the card, the sketch. I will give you the measurements. I will share these other cards with you over the weekend. I will be back next week for our Facebook Lives, Monday and Wednesday night at 7 p.m. All right, everyone, have a great rest of your evening. Enjoy that sunshine. Stay cool if it's hot where you are. Be safe if you got storms. And I will see you guys next week. Thanks so much for joining me, and have a wonderful evening. Talk to you soon. Bye.